We'll start with a small exercise. I want you all to think about one successful person that you'll know or that you'll have heard about. Just think about a successful person. Take 10 seconds. Think about any successful person. Okay, raise your hand if you had thought about a famous personality like a Sachin Tendulkar or a Narayan Murthy. Could be any Amitabh Bachchan or any famous personality, somebody highly accomplished in their field. Only two?
Me too.
Okay. Now, tell me, when I asked you all to think about a famous, a very successful person, how many of you, what came to your mind first? How many of you felt that, a successful person is somebody who's, highly accomplished, holding a very great position, who's been a topper, or earning a lot of money? How many of you felt that way? How many of you thought, tried to think about such a person? Raise your hand if you did. Only one? Then my job is done actually, if it's still one. Okay. What if I were to tell you that, you don't have to do anything to be successful. You just have to be yourself. How do you feel?
I would feel that's too easy. I would feel that's too easy to be true.
Too easy to be true. But actually it is that simple. Believe me, it's that simple, and we will talk about it. I'll borrow from his example. Isn't the samosa wala in the example that he gave, isn't he a successful person?
Yes.
Isn't he also a successful person? For that matter, isn't our friend Nagesh a successful person? He is recruiting, he is making a difference in other people's lives. Isn't he a successful person? Tell me. And there could be many such examples. The person in your office who started off as an office boy who took evening classes and became a graduate who went on to, who got promoted, who went on to do better things in life. Or whatever, better things is the wrong phrase to use. Who got elevated. Isn't he a successful person? A child with a learning disability who got 60% when earlier he or she was getting only 40%. Isn't that person a successful person? You got what I'm trying to say? So over the next few minutes, what we are going to see is success is something very relative. Okay, it's not necessary that you have to be highly accomplished to be successful. Even persons who are not highly accomplished can also be successful if they have the right attitude, they feel they are successful. If they have the right attitude, if they think they are successful. And there are many, believe me, there are many people who are highly accomplished, but who feel they are not successful, who are frustrated in their lives, who are not happy with their lives, who are still searching for that elusive happiness or for that elusive notion of success. Such persons also exist. How often do we hear about Hollywood stories of, actors or actresses committing suicide? Don't they have everything that we all crave for? Money, fame, everything, But still something is missing in their life, right? They commit suicide. So we'll talk about all of these in the next few minutes. Now, before we get on to that, I'll share a very personal story. Actually, about 20 years back, about 22 years back, I had this crush on this beautiful girl, who was my colleague actually, in working with me in the office, and I had a crush on her. So I was very attracted towards her. She was good looking, we were good friends. We could talk, she was also very approachable. We had a good friend, we struck a good friendship. And finally one day I proposed to her, So whatever her name, I won't take a name, but I did propose to her. And frankly I got a negative answer. He said, see Sundar, you're a great person, but no, I don't think so. You and I made for each other. Sorry. I think I found somebody else. I found somebody else. And what happened was that particular person whom she had found was actually more successful than me. He was doing better than me in his career. So I felt very frustrated. I felt like a loser. I felt like a fool. I felt, oh, now this my reputation has gone to dog. I felt like a fool basically. And then I was sharing this with a friend of mine, and he made a statement. He said something that stayed with me. He said, see, you are what you think. Okay? The world treats you the way you treat yourself. The fact of the matter is you don't value yourself. And that is the reason you feel like a failure. Fine, she didn't find you attractive. For whatever reason, she didn't choose you. So what? That doesn't mean that you're a failure. You don't have to compare yourself with somebody else. You have to value yourself for what you are. But that is something probably you're not doing right now. And that is the reason you feel like a failure. Learn to treat yourself. The world treats you, the world looks at you the way you look at yourself. You have to remember that sometimes. And that stayed with me. Okay. And that set me thinking actually. And then as I progressed in life, based on my experiences in life, I was wondering, what does it take? What are the attitudes that one needs to cultivate to feel successful? Even if you've not accomplished something great, how do you consider yourself as a successful person? Okay. And then, over the years, based on the various knocks that I suffered in life, over the various experiences that I gathered in life, I realized that there are three attitudes that one needs to keep in mind. There are three attitudes that one can cultivate, which makes you feel successful, regardless of whether you're an accomplished person or not. Number one, compete with yourself. Don't compete with anybody else, compete with yourself. Okay. Number two, don't judge yourself by the standards set by others. Judge yourself by your own standards. Okay. And number three, try to appreciate the ordinary things you do in an extraordinary way. You may not be doing extraordinary things, but even the ordinary things that you do in an extraordinary way, appreciate those things. These are the three things. I repeat. Compete with yourself, don't compete with the world. Don't judge yourself by the standards set by others. And learn to appreciate the ordinary qualities that you have, but which sets you apart from the others, So these are the three things. We'll just talk about each of these three for a short while. And number one, don't compete with yourself. Compete with yourself. How many of you in this audience have heard about a sportsman called Sergei Bubka?
Who's that?
Sergei Bubka. Raise your hand if you only one. Okay. Sergei Bubka was a pole vaulter of the erstwhile USSR. He was a very famous pole vaulter. You know what was very special about this sportsman? He broke his own world record 7 times. Okay, he broke his own world record 7 times. Now he could have become complacent, he could have become content after the first time and said, okay, I have done it all, I'm the world record holder. But no, he identified a unique talent. He realized that there's something unique about him. Okay, and he kept challenging himself to develop that talent. So here what I'm trying to say is, we need to identify what our strengths and weaknesses are. What sets us apart from the others? What is unique about us? Like somebody yesterday.
What is the name of
Sergei Bubka. Erstwhile USSR sportsman. Now I think he's a Ukrainian. Now he's in Ukraine, right? I'm not too sure about that. But he broke his own record.
He belonged to USSR.
Okay, so somebody yesterday spoke about SWOT analysis. I forget who it was. Somebody. He spoke about the SWOT analysis. Analyzing your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So that's what. So you need to identify what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and then work on try to overcome your weakness to the extent you can, but improve upon your strengths. Maximize on your strengths, and that is what makes you a successful person. See, for example, I'll give a different example. Milkha Singh, he did not win the Olympic gold. Okay, he did not win the Olympic gold. He came fourth, but still he is successful in our minds. For us, he is a successful person. Why? Because number one, he challenged himself. He made the best use of resources. He had limited in India. India is not a sporting nation. We had limited infrastructure, but he made the best use of what was available to him. Okay, and he did what he could, and that was commendable by Indian standards. In the 50s, an Indian sportsman reaching the world Olympic final and coming fourth and breaking the then world record was a commendable achievement. He did that. That is what made him successful in our eyes, though he didn't get the Olympic gold. So that is the key. Keep challenging yourself. Work on your strengths. Identify your uniqueness. Number one. Second thing is, don't judge yourself by the standards set by society. See. Now, for example, like yesterday, you took a similar topic. For example, Ajay, right? Sorry. Yeah, you took a similar topic. You don't have to be topper. Likewise, see, it's not necessary that you have to own the car which your neighbor owns, or you have to earn the salary which somebody else gets, or you have to get the same position which your cousin or somebody else gets. What is important is you are doing the best you can under the circumstances. Despite your background, you made best use of what you could. For example, our friend, he came from a vernacular background, but he took English lessons. He tried to work on his strengths. That is what matters. See, you don't have to judge. You don't have to compare yourself with a convent-educated person, because he was probably more privileged. Likewise, somebody else, different people have different talent aptitudes. Somebody else may have an aptitude for language. They may probably speak better, but they may be poor at something else, maybe selling skills or technical skills. So what is important is you make the best use of your resources and your potential. That attitude is what makes you a successful person. See, there are various occasions where we don't succeed. There are people who appear in IIT examination. They don't make the grade, but they don't feel frustrated because they feel I gave my best shot. I tried my best. Doesn't matter I didn't succeed, but I learned a lot. And I know I tried my best. Maybe IIT is not for me, maybe something else is for me. They move on in life and they become successful in their own field. So that's what I'm trying to say. And the third thing that I want to talk about is, learn to appreciate the small things done in an extraordinary way. I'll just ask you one question. How many of you all in this audience remember who was the Miss Universe 2 years back? Raise your hand if you remember. Yes, you know the Miss Universe? You're a youngster, you should remember, you should try all these things. Right? I can understand our friend there doesn't remember, but you should remember. No?
I remember.
Okay. But raise your hand if you remember the teacher who made a difference in your life. Your favorite teacher in school. How many of you remember your favorite teacher in school? Probably most. I think you didn't have a favorite teacher. Okay. No offense, man. So what I'm trying to say is, sometimes we have people who may not have accomplished a lot, who may not be famous, but still they are successful. See, for us they matter. They are doing simple things of life in a very great way. A good teacher is a good teacher. She's shaping the minds of young children. Probably she's not a Mother Teresa. She may not be a famous personality like a Mother Teresa. But the fact of the matter is, she is doing her job well. And she is being recognized by people. For example, I always tell my wife, who's a teacher herself, I always tell her that you're probably more successful, you're making a difference in other people's lives more than me. Whenever she teaches 6th and 7th standard children, but whenever children who pass out of 10th come to her to give speech and say, ma'am, you taught me 4 years back, and what you taught me helped. She feels, see, that is what makes a difference to her. She feels satisfied. So I feel these are the things you value. You go with this attitude towards life, you will feel successful regardless of what you accomplish. This is my simple message. So the world treats you the way you treat yourself. So from this moment onwards, start believing that you are successful. Okay. Like sometime back, he said that there's a leader waiting. There's a leader in each one of you. Like what I'm saying, each one of us is a successful person in his own way. For example, somebody might be a great father, somebody might be a great husband. That's also a measure of success. A person can be a great businessman, but he might be having a very troubled relationship. Somebody might be a very ordinary employee, but he may be a great father or a great husband. That also matters. So this is all I want to say.